first video with new hair after my birthday. It wasn't exactly what I was intending, but we're gonna work with it while we have it. I thought now would be a good time to kind of go over the month, some goals that I had, some things that I accomplished, some things that I'm still working on, and to go through my birthday presents. How about that? So firstly, for my January goals and to-do list, a lot of them have been crossed out, which is great, but there were a few that I didn't get to. Something that I really wanted to do was to get a shelf or some sort of storage set up for my books, since I have so many of them. And I did get that floating shelf from IKEA, which I posted in my last video, but I have yet to actually install it. So it's pending. We're moving towards having it up and the books nicely organized, but that'll probably be a little bit longer. I was able to do a little bit of decluttering. Christmas got put away and I started taking out some Valentine's Day decor, but there's still a little bit more that I need to decorate downstairs. I wanted to set up a workout space in the garage, but right now there's a lot of my stuff in the garage as well as Carl's and my parents, so I didn't really get a chance to go through and declutter and make that space, but I do have a foamed mat already in the garage ready to go, roll it out and have like a nice little area for working out. I also have a floating shelf that I want to install in the bathroom just to put little things like maybe perfume bottles or any medicine up on it. I have the shelf, but I have yet to install it. So I'm 2 for 2 on not installing shelves, but hopefully in February I will. I got my hair cut. Obviously, it desperately needed a trim, so I'm glad I got that done. And I was able to read one book. I actually don't have it anymore. It was a library book that Carl got from his work, since he works at a library. It was Wicked, the novel, which the musical Wicked is based off of that Gregory Maguire novel. It was hard for me to get through, to be honest. I actually started it back in November and it was just kind of slow in certain parts, and for me and my reading preferences, I need it to be very quiet, a quiet environment, which is not always 100% guaranteed when you live with 3 other people and there's dogs barking in the neighborhood, all that jazz. But also it can sometimes be difficult for me if the book changes points of view, like character point of views multiple times, and this book had a tendency to do that a little bit, going back and forth. I mean, it was nice to read it from a different person's perspective, but it got a little confusing at certain times because I was trying to keep track of the plot. I got through it and just because I'm a completionist, I will probably read the rest of Maguire's Oz series, but I already have my next book that I'm going to read, and it is not a part of the Oz series. I got to go to Disneyland for my birthday weekend. I didn't go on my actual birthday. To be honest, my actual birthday, I had so many ideas and just plans of what I wanted or what I thought I wanted to do. Like, I was potentially going to go to the Tenaya Stone Spa again. I wanted to go up to LA and visit the Griffith Observatory, which I haven't done that in years. And to be honest, I stayed home with Carl and my dad. My mom was working and I did laundry. I don't know, I needed a day to rest, especially since the day before we had gone to Disney and then we went to dinner with my parents and my Aunt Judy. So sometimes you just need to lay low and reset, and it was nice. I'll eventually go back to the spa and I will eventually visit Griffith Observatory again. February goals, some of them are continuing from January and some are newer. Like, I didn't get a chance to start going to Pilates again this month, but I really want to wait until I have steady income before I start paying for classes again. Hopefully some more things will come in the future. Now let's get into my birthday gifts. When we went to Maggiano's, my parents and my aunt were kind enough to get me some goodies, and then Carl had some stuff for me to open on my actual birthday. So starting with my Aunt Judy's, look at this nice bag. I believe she said it was from Rwanda, so that's nice. So a little bit of context as to why I'm receiving some gifts that I received. I recently purchased some Scottish whiskey and gin called Sassenach Spirits. For those of you who know the series Outlander, the main actor Sam Heughan, he has his own spirits company that he's really invested and passionate about. So I went to Total Wine and I purchased the gin and the whiskey to try. And I don't really drink a lot of alcohol, to be honest. For those people who know me, I used to drink wine when I just turned 21, but it was something that was financially not stable for me, and also it just made me feel super tired, and so I just cut it out of my life. Every now and then I will indulge, like maybe if there's a special occasion like New Year's Eve, having some champagne, or if I'm at Disney wanting to try something, I will, but normally I don't so much, just because it's so expensive and I don't know if I'm gonna like the drink, and I pay so much money for it. Since I bought these spirits to make drinks, my aunt got me this shot glass which has measurements. We got teaspoons, we've got tablespoons, ounces, milliliters. So perfect, because I don't know recipes off the top of my head, so I'm having to look stuff up, and it's nice that this has almost any possible measurement that any recipe could have. I also got these ice molds, a silicone ice mold to make like a sphere, and I like that you could potentially put like different fruits, or I guess herbs like thyme or mint, basil, that sort of thing. So these will work perfectly when I am trying out new concoctions. Thank you, Aunt Judy, very much. I've already used the shot glass actually. I had to grab that from my coffee cart. Continuing on with the cocktail theme, I got this book. It's like a bartender's recipe book, and I like that one. It's a nice hardcover. I also really appreciate that things are sectioned out based on the type of alcohol you are using. For instance, I purchased whiskey and gin, so they have specific categories for gin and whiskey. I've already tried some of the recipes here. I made some drinks for my mom. I made an old-fashioned. It does give specific types of things to use. For example, this old-fashioned has Dad's Hat Pennsylvania rye whiskey, which is different from the Sassenach Scottish whiskey, but it still tasted fine. I didn't have, again, everything that the recipe calls for, but I made a bramble with the gin. And the one thing that I didn't find at Total Wine or Bevmo was the creme de mure, which is like a blackberry liqueur, but I did find a creme de fromage, I believe that's what it is. It's essentially a raspberry liqueur. So it's in the berry family, just not as tart. And I think it worked pretty well. So that'll be nice to work through. And my sister got me for Christmas a Disney, like official Disney parks recipe book. It has food as well as drinks. So now I can make some of those as well. I love a lot of perfumes, lotions, candles, anything with like a really nice scent. And I got this, it's pretty much like a bath bomb. It's called Gardenia Tub Tea, and my mom got it when she and my aunts were in Ojai. It smells pretty good. Very, very floral, gardenia to a T. So even though my Aunt Mo couldn't join us for dinner, she was still there in spirit, and she got me this journal, which is perfect. It says, "No worries, a guided journal to help you calm anxiety, relieve stress, and practice positive thinking each day." That is something I struggle with. So this is extremely thoughtful and so relevant for me that it'll be nice to start using this. So thank you, Aunt Mo. Now onto the items that Carl got me. I opened one the night before my birthday, kind of like a Christmas Eve thing. Neck fan. I've used my neck fan so much, especially living in Southern California. It is a godsend. I took it with me when I was walking around SoFi Stadium, going back and forth from the hotel to the merch booth for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. My old fan, my hair kept getting caught in the blades and it eventually just stopped working, even though it was rechargeable. So I needed a new fan, and I wanted one that was a little bit better quality than the previous one that I got at Target. So I believe Carl got this off of Amazon. I think it might come in different colors, but I liked the white with the like rose gold accents. It is rechargeable, love that. And I like that the blades are more protected, so I feel like there's less of a chance of my hair, which is shorter now, but eventually it'll grow out. But I feel like there's less of a chance of my hair getting caught. And then it just goes around the neck like so. And my previous fan, I had to hold down the button to turn it on. If you held it and pressed it multiple times, it would go to different levels. But this one, I just have to press it once and it turns on. The fan is blowing up, as opposed to my previous fan had the blades and you could adjust them to face you. So this is nice where it's just in one position and the air is coming up even behind my neck. So this is low, medium, not too bad, and then high. This will be perfect in the summer for Disney days, and even when we go back to Florida. And there we go, just one push and it is off. It did not come with a case, like a protective case, so I might have to figure out where to put this, just because I don't want it scratched, dinged up, that sort of thing. And then the other things that I opened on my actual birthday, this lovely embroidered Sailor Moon hat. I love Sailor Moon, for those of you who don't know, and I'm a huge hat wearer, especially because of the sun. And I had yet to actually have a Sailor Moon hat. I really appreciate that this is embroidered. I feel like it's going to last and be so vibrant for much longer compared to something that's just screen printed on. And the color is like a faded gray, which goes with most outfits that I would wear. So that is great. So I think I actually sent a link to Carl before for these, and he got them for me. Look at these adorable mugs. I'm really into like white and blue cups, plates, bowls, the like very French kitchen vibe, or even like the blue china vibe. And I love that these are nice and dainty, and they have Snoopy and Woodstock on there. And I also like that the Snoopy and Woodstock on the mugs are different. So it's not necessarily two of the same mug. They're the same style, but the designs are different. So I really love that. And last but not least, continuing on with the Sailor Moon theme, I got this, there it goes, music box. It's a very beautiful box. It's not like the plastic kind. So let's go ahead and wind it. So thank you, Carl, for my goodies. It'll be nice when we can have our own place and I can have like an office space and have my Disney merchandise on it on display, and I'll even have a section with Sailor Moon. There is one more thing that I actually got for myself. They are these beautiful, gorgeous beads, these like heart crystal cubic zirconia or Swarovski crystal. I don't think they're Swarovski, but I got these off of Etsy because I would love to make some more bracelets. I haven't made bracelets since October when the Eras Tour film came out I made so many of those, but it'd be nice to have something more like every day, and I feel like the heart icon is something that I wear. These will be perfect for the month of February. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate it if you could give it a big thumbs up, and if you like Disney content, Disney merch, and different lifestyle videos, travel videos, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and you'll see my adventures. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.